Nothing makes me sadder than seeing an amazing artist with so much talent who is ruining all of their chances by making these portfolio mistakes that are actually so easy to fix. Hello everyone! Welcome to our Business with Ness. I'm Ness and I'm a professional illustrator. In this video, we're going over the 3 biggest portfolio mistakes that I see all the time. Seriously, these are some very common mistakes and I've done them all in the past too. So if you're doing these mistakes too, don't feel too bad about it. But just know that these mistakes actually are badly affecting your chances of getting illustration work. So it is really important to do something about it. Thankfully, all these mistakes have a fairly easy fix, so it's no big deal. And if you're making one of these mistakes, it actually means that now you have an easy way to really greatly improve the rate that you're getting illustration contracts. So it's very hopeful. Right before we get into the mistakes, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Invoice Ninja. Invoice Ninja is a super sleek, super easy to use invoicing platform that was made just for self-employed freelancers like us artists. It's a really nice app with all of the tools you need to get some paid illustration work. So we'll talk more about them at the end of this video. But right now, please do me a solid and do all the YouTube things. Like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and let's just jump right into it. Mistake number 1, lack of focus. I see this all the time. I get to a portfolio and there I see these cute portrait commissions and realistic watercolors. Then there's cute anime characters like chibi, then there's cartoon, then there's something else, some character design commission that you did 3 years ago for a small client, and then next to it a CD cover that you did for a local band. And on top of that, just because right now you're not making too much money with illustration, you decide, what the heck, I'm also going to put a graphic design section that should help me get some gigs in, pay the bills. So you put in some logos, some website design. So with that, you think, okay, now I have all of my bases covered. I can get work in any of those markets. But still, what you realize is that you're not getting anything at all. Why? If that's you, drop me a comment below and say, yes, girl, that's me. Despite showcasing all of these skills in your portfolio and really rocking at it, if you say so yourself, why are you not getting any work? Well, the very reason is because you have everything in your portfolio. And I know that sounds counterintuitive. You probably think the more things that I show, the more variety that I have in there, the more chances I have of getting work, because I can get that contract for character design and I can get this contract for graphic design and I can get this contract for realistic watercolors. I show it all. I should have a wide net cast, right? But in practice, that's not how it works. A portfolio like that, it doesn't cast a wide net. What it does is it lacks focus. And that's actually a big red flag for art directors. You may be able to get some small-time commissions from individuals like authors, things like that, from this type of portfolio. But with art directors, with companies, with publishers, a website like this is a big turnoff. And yes, even though your art itself is great, so why doesn't that work? It might be great to be able to draw all these different styles when you're working for something like an in-house studio position as an artist. But when a company is looking for a freelancer for a specific project, it's a different profile. They don't need someone who can draw anything. They need someone who can draw something very specific. They're looking for a specialist, for an expert, someone who is the absolute best at drawing exactly what they need for this project, not every project under the sun. And their needs will be fairly specific. Let's say a publisher, for instance, could want a watercolor artist who does some really cute animal characters in a very soft color palette for a picture book. Those are some very specific needs, and they're going to want to see exactly that in the winning portfolio of the artist that they will choose. They will want to see someone who has a whole portfolio of nothing but that, someone who has this as their signature style. Showing a consistent style in a freelance portfolio is a very good thing. It shows the art director that you know what you're about, first of all, and that you're able to draw consistently, that you're able to actually repeat this style and this exact rendering, and it will always look the same. It also shows them that you have spent a significant amount of time on this specific style and you have truly mastered and perfected it. On the other hand, if you're showing a portfolio with multiple different styles and things in multiple different markets even, you're showing that you're an artist who has a little bit of shiny object syndrome. That's not a good thing, because art directors are actually terrified of hiring an artist who ends up flaking in the middle of a project. So either just disappearing, straight up bailing mid-project, or just someone who's going to go freestyle and decide to draw in some other style that the art director did not want. This is a nightmare scenario for an art director. This is what they fear, because they're the one responsible for hiring you and they're responsible for your performance as the artist. If you end up not doing the job correctly, they're the ones that have to take responsibility for that. So consider that if you show different styles in your portfolio, the art director can't be too sure what they're actually going to get, or if you have a focus to even stick around for the entire project. For them, it's just a whole lot of risk that they would rather not take. The last nail in the coffin is that when you have a portfolio that doesn't have a signature style, it's also a lot less memorable. Your signature style is what makes you unique. It's what people are going to associate with your name, and it's what people are going to remember. For example, think about how we associate Van Gogh with his very unique swirling brush stroke and his sunflowers. We associate Picasso with his very special way of drawing these cubic characters, and Frida Kahlo with her exotic self-portraits. What will people associate you with? What will they remember you by? If you can draw in any style, while that's really impressive, what it actually does is remove anything that's unique and memorable about you. And in an industry where it's important to build a network and have art directors come to you for what you can bring to the table, this is a very bad thing that can be costing you opportunities. Mistake number 2 is not showing the right skills. Building off the previous mistake, another big reason that it's really important to specialize in one style and in one illustration market is that it makes it so much easier to properly demonstrate the right skills that you need for this specific market. Not showcasing the right skills is also a very common mistake. It usually happens for one of two reasons. Either it's because your portfolio lacks focus. Since you're showing everything, you're not showing enough of any one particular thing to really hone in on those specific skills that you need in that market. Or 2, it's also possible that you are actually focusing on a single market, but you don't really understand that market well enough. Maybe you haven't done quite as much research as you need to, and you don't really understand what the skills are that are necessary in this market. So for example, you could be attempting to create a portfolio specifically for the picture book market, but you're still not quite hitting the right note. It's a big mistake to think, look at these art pieces, they're so pretty, anyone should hire me. Because at the professional level that you're at, everyone can draw pretty art. It's not enough to just draw pretty. You must show specific skills that the person hiring you is looking for. If you haven't chosen a specific market yet, this will be almost impossible to get this right, because every market requires different skills. Some skills needed for one market are even contradictory to skills needed in another market. So for example, while in picture book, it's all about the storytelling, in surface design, it's all about decorative and trendy. So you can't possibly hit both at the same time. At the professional level, companies are going to be looking for very advanced skills. It's very competitive. So if you're not showing the exact thing that they want, they're going to go for someone else who is showing these things. And I'm going to give you a different example so that you can understand this a little bit better. Let's say that you're putting $10,000 down to renovate your kitchen, for example. This project is really important to you. You have a lot of money in the game. You really want to get it right. So which contractor do you choose? Do you choose A, Mark? This is the kitchen specialist who only works on kitchens. He has 30 examples on his website of beautiful kitchens that he's finished recently with tons of photos. And you even see on multiple of those kitchens exactly the kind of work that you want in your own kitchen, so you know he can do it right. Or are you going to choose the second contractor, Bobby, who does plumbing, roofs, carpeting, electric work? He can even fix your car, and of course, he does kitchens too. But there are so many irrelevant examples of other jobs on his website that you can't really see many kitchens. There's one kitchen example, but it's not really the kind of look you're going for anyway. So who would you pick? Don't lie, you would choose Mark, wouldn't you? It's just much more of a sure bet because he actually shows lots of examples of exactly the kind of thing that you want, versus Bobby, who swears he can do what you need, but there's really not any proof. Most people would even be willing to pay a lot more to get Mark because they know Mark can do the job right. And they would not hire Bobby even if Bobby is the cheapest contractor by a mile because they don't want to take the risk and screw up their kitchen. With illustration, it's the exact same thing. Companies don't have the luxury of making a mistake or the art director is taking the fall. So they really want to get it right and they want a specialist. So first of all, choose your market and stick to it. And second of all, after you've chosen your market, then it's important to do a lot of research to really understand this market and understand what is necessary in this market, what kind of skills you should showcase in your portfolio. And mistake number 3 is a clunky website. And look, I get it, you get a pass here because you're not a website designer. This isn't our area of expertise, but still, it's really important to get a website that is really nice and easy to navigate. Otherwise, the art director is just going to give up in frustration and leave. We've all seen these websites that are just clunky, really hard to navigate. You have to click 25 times just to see 3 images. Or it's bugging all over the place with broken links and pages that don't go anywhere. What I recommend, if you can, is just to make the website as simple as possible, with as few clicks as possible to see all of your art. I've seen lots of artist websites where it's organized in projects or in mini categories, so you have to click on an image to open another page with subcategories, and then you click on another image and then you see 3 more images, and then you go back and you go back again and you click on something else and then you see 2 more images, and after like 10 minutes and 36 clicks, you still have not even seen everything that's on this artist website, and it's just really frustrating. Less clicking. Minimalistic is good. Simple is good. I know we're all trying to build a fun website that stands out and is not like all the other websites, but we're not trying to win a website design award here. We're just trying to show our art, and the focus needs to be on that, and it needs to be easy to see all your art in one place. So if you have a million projects and subcategories and a colored background and animations and the little cursor trail and all of this stuff, cool down your jets and make it simple, clean, easy, and smooth to navigate. And for God's sakes, make sure that none of your links are broken. That's the important part. So these are our top 3 biggest and most common portfolio mistakes. If you're working on your portfolio right now and you'd like to know more, you can do a nice portfolio self-audit with my free guide, 5 common portfolio mistakes and how to fix them. I will leave the link to that in the description below. As I said, it's completely free. Once you really nail your portfolio, it's a great business asset. And now it's become so much easier, finally, to convert these casual website browser into actual paid clients. And once you finally have all these beautiful illustration contracts, you'll want to make sure that you have a way to safely get paid and provide a really smooth and professional experience to your customers. That's where an app like Invoice Ninja comes in really handy. Invoice Ninja has all the tools that you need to get your money in and organize all of your accounting. With their beautiful templates, you can create and send a super professional invoice or quote to your clients in seconds. Not only does it help you look like you know what you're doing, it saves you time dealing with paperwork and admin stuff, so you can focus on the art. Invoice Ninja also creates a super smooth experience for your clients by allowing them to pay directly from their invoice in one click with a credit card, PayPal, Apple Pay, or more. Get notifications when clients view your invoices and automate payment reminders so you don't have to worry about a thing. But for me, what really takes Invoice Ninja to the next level is their productivity tools to help you log tasks, track your time, organize your projects on boards, as well as their mobile app that's super user-friendly and smooth as butter. They're also much more affordable than other invoicing apps, which is really important for us freelancers, especially when we're just starting out. So check out Invoice Ninja and see how it can help you run your art business more smoothly. I will leave the link to that in the description below. So there we are. That's it for this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help our small channel grow. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye!